Hi, my name is Prince Manager Alex. Lately, I have actually been doing a research on why we have a high divorce rate in Nigeria, and most of the countries actually I decided to focus on. I'm still on the research. I'm not done, but I just want to talk about this quickly, for us to know that divorce is not God's plan for us. Separating because when we separate whatever decision we are making, we should know that how it affects our generation. The next generation yet unborn is going to be affected by our own decision. Now, actually, I beam a searchlight on part of Asia. I look at China, I look at India, I look at Pakistan, I look at most of those countries actually we don't hear divorce rumor from, and actually look at why. And even America, okay, that we think, I think Denmark, Denmark have about 2 point something percent of divorce rate. America, the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. But I look at most of those countries, why were they able actually to keep their divorce rate at a very minimal level? And one thing I discovered, and one thing that is true, is they have known how to preserve their culture, preserve their heritage for a very long time. Though they have modified most of this culture to actually suit their present reality, but they have never wavered from their culture, that is their roots. If you come back to Nigeria, Africa, for instance, is we are Africans, but we want to embrace a foreign culture. We want to do what the foreign countries are doing. We just want to do copy, but how to paste actually is our problem. We know how to copy, but we don't know how to paste correctly. Any country that deny his own roots, that they know his ancestors, that deny his roots, can never ever ever prosper in whatever ramification. That is the basic truth. Now, I agree there are some cultures in Africa that we need to modify, not to throw away. We need to modify them. We need to modify it. We need to actually find how we can actually work on those culture to suit our present reality. Like for instance, like the culture of like the tradition of marriage. How will a young man want to marry and you want to skin a young man as if he has committed an offense because he want to get married, or somebody's father's died, or his mother died, and coming home you want to skin the person's alive as if you have committed an offense. That's making all necessary demand. All those things should be checked. But when it comes to keeping our culture, our values, our heritage, we have wavered, we have derailed from it completely. Now let's look at how we rate a guy, a guy who is civilized. You see here most of us will say, I don't. Oh, that guy is too local. What makes him to be local? Actually, the what makes him to be local is he have a local accent. Maybe he's an Igbo man. You hear his deep Igbo accent. Then you hear a Yoruba man. You hear this deep Yoruba accent. To us, he's a very local man. But do you know the funniest thing? A Chinese man will stay 20 years in Nigeria. He will never have an accent. He will stay 20 years, even 50 years in America. He will never, ever have American accent. He still speaks his language. He never deny his language. He will go for it. I think I was listening to Kule Shorion talk about America. When they will go to the United Nations, they will not speak English. Not that they can speak English. They can speak English very well, but they won't. They will decided to. They will want to use their own dialect to communicate to the world. They just get an interpret to every part of the world. Why? That's why they are advancing. That's why they are developing. That's why they have been able to keep their divorce rate at the very barest minimum. Go to India, the same thing. You see, those men are not more romantic than Nigerian men. They are not more committed among the Nigerian men, Nigerian women. How we rate our own is, a guy who speaks Fone, he comes dressed Fone, he act Fone, he take you to Fone places. If he take you to local places, you don't want to be, that is local, you don't be local. We want to be like America. Until we begin to have a reversal and begin to grow our roots, and begin to grow our culture, and begin to understand that this is our culture, this is who we are, this is our roots. You cannot deny your roots and you expect to be successful. It's not tenable. Our ancestors are not our problem. Our problem is we want to jump from where we are to where we don't know. That is the Western world we don't know. They have so much infiltrate us. We have allowed them to infiltrate us, not because they infiltrated us. We have allowed them. We want now every it started with the Nollywood. Every young girl want a Nollywood love. Yeah, every young girl want a Nollywood love. Every young man want a Nollywood love and everything. We don't do love the way we used to. That is what preserved our forefather marriages. That's why their marriages last. It didn't collapse because that is who we are. That is who we are as an African. We are not Europeans. We don't have a skin color. We don't have a white skin color. We have a black skin color. We were bred and raised here in Africa. So why do we want to change from who we are to who we are not? And we want to actually achieve some how will I put it, some milestones in marriage, in academics, in science, and everything is not possible. A Chinese man learns science in Chinese language. Just look at China. Sorry, Japan. Japan have were so cultured people that they are so disciplined because of their cultural heritage. You can never see a Chinese young man who is rude to his elder. It is not possible. And you can never see an elder who take advantage of the young man. They give each other respect. They respect each other. They know what that means to them, to their heritage. So, but we in Africa, we want a Nollywood, we want Bollywood marriage, we want what they call a Z-word marriage and everything. We're going to have. Anyway, when I'm done with the research, I will bring all the statistics out why we are having higher. Now, it was on record that over 500 cases of divorce have filed in Abuja. So about 2-3 years ago, I don't know how many it is now. Right now, I'm trying to check the statistics online. Nothing is showing up. Just to show you that we have not seen anything yet until we go back to our roots. Actually, we can't continue to think that we want a foreign thing, we want a foreign culture, we want a foreign accent, we want a foreign dressing, we want a foreign love making, we want everything foreign that is not part of our heritage. And actually, we're going to be successful in that kind of. No, it's not going to be.